What's going on, everybody? Coach Irv here for week 2 of our weekly savings account. Now, our week 1 challenge reminder was to believe in yourself. Now, one of the benefits to believing in ourselves was that you become more goal driven. So this week, our goal is, or our challenge, is to set goals for yourself. We all know what goals are. They're things that we want to achieve. The reality is, you got to set up a plan in order to get there, because you're going to have some bumps in the road. The thing is, there's many different kind of responses and reactions that people have to goals that they set. One example could be a person that sets goals, but they don't have any real intention behind them, and they're not really giving it their best. So as soon as they come across something that isn't on their list, or they might fail, or they might have some setbacks, they want to quit. I'm done. I tried. You see, I tried to do stuff and nothing happened for me. What's the point of it all? That's one example. Another example is a person who sets goals. They might get some victories, but there's no real purpose behind the goals that they set. So what happens is they're achieving things here and there, but there's no real direction because there's no end goal here. There's nothing that they really want to achieve at the end of it all. So you're almost kind of like a hamster on a treadmill. You're doing some things, but you're not really going anywhere because you don't have any purpose. Then the last one, that might be a person who sets goals so high for themselves that when they do have some of these setbacks, or when they do get a couple of no's, they start to lose their confidence. They start to lose their drive because the goals are so high up here that they're forgetting about all the stuff in the middle. All the stuff in the middle. Because if we're here, these are what we call long-term goals. And that's a perfect thing. That's a beautiful thing. It's good to have long-term goals. But what you also need to do is account for all the things that happen in here. And the way we address those things, by establishing short-term realistic goals. This way, you're able to keep your mind going. You're able to keep that drive going because you have things in place. You have benchmarks that you want to reach so that way you don't get too easily rattled when things aren't going your way. Because you know that this is going to be a long path. So you kind of prepare for those things. Let me give you an example. Say you're a student, because I know all our kids are getting ready to go back to school, right? So say I was a student and I was a D student, all D's. And I come in and I say, you know what, this year I'm going to get all B's. All B's. That's cool. It's a great thing to have those long-term goals. But let's say I go into school that first week. Then that second week we have a quiz. Boom, I get a D. All right, I'm still gonna get that B. I'm still gonna work for it. I said I'm gonna get that B. Another week goes by. Get another quiz, D+. Now what might happen to that student mindset? I might start to think, what is the point of this? Am I gonna be able to make this happen? Did I bite off a little bit more than I could chew? Well, how about we approach it like this? I come into the school year and I say, the first week, I'm gonna make sure that I hand in all of my homework assignments. No matter how tough it is, no matter how hard it is, I'm gonna make sure that I hand in all my assignments this week. Then my second goal is, I'm gonna give myself an extra 20 minutes on whatever subject it is that's giving me issues. I'm gonna give an extra 20 minutes to look over my notes and the books or whatever it is, the information that I have, to try to make sure I can get a better understanding of what's going on. And third, maybe the third goal that I set for myself this week is, when I am doing my homework, I'll make sure to give myself a good 5 to 10 minute break if I find myself getting frustrated, if I find it being a little tough at the time, or I may not be getting it. I'll allow myself some grace to say, give yourself 5 to 10 minutes and then I can come back to my work. Hopefully I can be refreshed. So now I'm a lot more prepared because I know that I'm gonna hand in every assignment. I have a purpose. I'm handing in every assignment. I'm spending more time on my work each day. I'm also going ahead and giving myself some time to relax when I know that it's getting a little too much for me, because we are going to have those ups and downs. But now if I have this regimen going, by the time I get that first grade back, let's say it was a C, that's good. Now I might say, okay, guess what? Now I'm going to give myself 25 minutes every day to work on this subject each day after I'm done with my homework. But what it is you start to set those short-term goals. So even when you do have setbacks, it's okay because you're already prepped for that. Because I'm already going to be doing things that's going to address those, because my habits are going to improve. I'm going to have a different mindset about these things. And even when something doesn't go my way, I'm already ready to keep going and push myself forward towards the goal that I want to achieve. So this week, our challenge is to set 3 short-term realistic goals for yourself. For some of you, that may be related to school. Like I said, students are getting ready to go back to school. For us adults, maybe it may be something going on with work or something in your personal life. Students, focus on what are some things that you can do this week to make sure that you have a productive week. I know you guys are excited. So there you have it. That's our challenge for the week. Set goals for yourself. 3 of them. I'm going to check on you this week. Live rich.